Alright, good morning, traders. How's everyone doing today? Alright, so today, a few stocks on watch. ASUR here does have some potential. So I'm going to dive into this play. Give me 1 second here. Have myself playing on my laptop. Alright. Alright, sweet. Alright, let me pull over the chart and let's get into ASUR here. ASUR, first thing we like to do when we pull up a play and look at statistics. So ASUR here, what do we got? 12 million float stock, not bad. We like under 10 million, but 12 million still not bad. Short float 30%, so we have a very high short float here on ASUR. 30% is a very high number. Institutional ownership 67%, above that 30% number that we do like. Now over in chat, Beside just posted that he doesn't see any potential dilution in ASUR, meaning it's a fundamentally sound company, and they actually make some revenue. So also have a good company here on ASUR. Now let's look at the daily chart. The daily chart here, we're gonna have some overhead resistance here at this $10 area. You can see here. Had some topping tails here over $10, so we're gonna have some resistance at $10. So we do have some room to run here before we hit any major resistance. So ASUR, like the statistics, good fundamentally sound company. Now let's look at the intraday chart and let's look at the volume. So looking at the intraday chart here, did have a spike on up, a pullback, held the $8 line, holding above the 72.89. So nice steady uptrend. Looking at the volume bars, we're doing some good candles for a $8 stock. We don't need as high on the baseline volume, so this is meeting a good volume criteria for ASUR. So a lot of things here I like about ASUR this morning. So now we could look for is a potential long on ASUR. Ideally, we want to see a weak open back to 8, start the base above 8, build some higher lows, reclaim, boom. We could look for a long if volume comes on in on ASUR, kind of like what we saw yesterday on PFNX. But this thing happened so late in the day. This thing happened really late yesterday on PFNX. So I kind of want to see a similar setup to this, but not take all day. So kind of want to see weak open, hold the $8 line, put in some higher lows, kind of like this, and then squeeze on up, make that red to green move. That's the setup we love to play. And that's the setup I'll be looking for on ASUR this morning. Obviously, volume and price action have to confirm so far in pre-market. And I'm liking the volume, some of these volume bars that I am seeing. So, yeah, it's kind of the deal with ASUR this morning. Let's head over to the Workhorse. Workhorse did have a PR this morning. Workhorse partners up with USOG to launch pilot programs for drone delivery of medical supply. Workhorse designed the Horsefly. Pretty interesting. So cool stuff going on. The Horsefly, custom built, high efficiency, unmanned aerial vehicle. So cool stuff going on Workhorse. And good for shareholders. This thing has been an absolute beast. Just holding up its gains. Most penny stocks you usually don't see, hold their gains to continue to climb on up, but Workhorse is one of those plays that continuing to rise on up and give a lot of short sellers some issues. So we'll see if we get over $4 on Workhorse. We haven't got over that number in quite a while now. So we'll see if we can break that number and push on up today. Looking at the chart here, the next line is going to be that 450 line, and after that we have $5. So Workhorse will definitely be on watch today. Other than that, let's see. Dreambox, no trades for me so far this morning. Like I said, I'm just still holding swing trades, holding some shipping stocks, but no day trades. Let's see. Yeah, yesterday. Saw MEET. Also want to keep on watch some of these previous day runners, because some of them continue to climb on up, like meat yesterday. So we'll be keeping this one on watch for any sort of continuation. This one was tricky yesterday. I know Ricky nailed the short, but then it did ended up reclaiming, getting above the 72.89, holding that number throughout the afternoon and closing strong again. So this one's tricky over on meat, causing some short seller some issues. So see if this one could have a another possible green day. It's been pretty strong stock the last few days. Same thing with PFNX. Maybe we can see some sort of continuation on this one as well. Over on this play on PFNX. This one, it's 82% held by institutions. So on these ones, I don't like shorting these day twos on high institutional, especially ones that close strong. To me, that's something I don't like to look for on my day two low hanger setup. I don't like seeing stocks that close strong, especially with high institutional ownership. To me, it spells trouble for short sellers on a looking for that day two or day three short. So this is one that I won't be looking for a short today. Could see a possible continuation on it today. Some sort of a similar setup to we saw in METE. You can see this one high institutional ownership as well, and a closed strong, high short float. So we have similar statistics. So you could see something like that today on PFNX. Kind of look for that same little setup. That kind of that weak open, reclaim and curl. Did also see CPAH, hit the scans a little bit this morning too. This is one. Be careful on this one, guys. This is one that we could see some chat rooms move into this. I know this is a chat room favorite on CPAH, so we could see this one get pumped around by certain chat rooms. So be very cautious on this one. Could see a quick rip and give back its gains. So look at some of the history on CPAH. You could see opened up 177. Had a quick dollar squeeze at 260. Then look where it closed, below the open 159. Same story on this day. A quick 50-cent rip, and then gives back its gain. So if you're playing it, just just make sure you're taking your profits quickly on this one, or just avoid it. I'm probably going to avoid this one. You can see again opened up 170, hit a high 270, and then this one did close. This is one day it did close. They close up high there, but you could see majority of the days, you could see opened up 312, hit a high almost 5, and then closed 320. So you could see most of the days, almost all of the days, besides that one day, it gives back its gains. So this is one that we could see get pumped this morning. So that's gonna be it for the watch list this morning. ASUR gonna be my main focus this morning. I'll be keeping a close eye on this one, and even though we do have good statistics, great statistics actually on ASUR. Good news, good fundamentally sound company. You got to remember the market conditions. We're in a tough market right now. We're seeing a lot of stocks fade on off and give false breakouts. So just know the market you're in and just be careful. Maybe step back on the shared size. Even if it's a good setup, still the market conditions can affect it. So just be careful, maybe on smaller stash size. For me, if this sets on up how I want it to, I'll probably be taking the trade, but it will be smaller share size. I don't want to push it, until we're in that hotter market. The stock market, kind of like the weather. Right now it's stormy, it's thunderstorming outside. You don't want to go outside on a day like this, but on a day it's sunny, it's warm out, it's nice. You want to go outside. You want to hang out and go outside more. But on a day like this, on a week like this, the past few weeks, it's been raining and thunderstorming out every day. So, why do you want to go outside on a day like that? So, just be careful. All right. I did miss a few questions here. Stats on Workhorse, yeah, I'll pull it up. So we do have a 60 million float, 10% short float, 21% insiders, 12% held by institutions. So it's the stats on Workhorse. So you get a quick look at it. What's going on, Mike? Yeah, so institutional ownership, just a lot of big players in it, big hands on it, and these ones that have high institutional ownership end up to be very trappy, especially on the short side, and these ones uh, have a greater likelihood of going on a squeeze. So you got to be careful. These ones are tricky, especially on the short side with high institutional ownership. I'm not saying every single time you avoid a stock that has high institutional ownership. I just count it as another bullish thing. Nice, Ricky. Got out of that meat one safe. Nice. Euros too. Yeah, so Euros gave back a lot of its gains. Very nice. What's my target on ASUR? I don't have a target yet because I'm not in the play. But like I said, this thing has potential to run to $10, maybe even higher if the right volume comes in. This thing could definitely see $10 plus. So we have to see how the volume looks, and then we could go from there. NTRP. NTRP is a really beat chart here on NTRP. Let's see, is there any sort of news on this one? For some reason, it's not loading. But let me see on how the volume's looking. Volume's not too great on it. It's still a liquid, but not too great the volume on it. I could just see a kind of like a dead cat bounce. This chart's very beat, so this thing could definitely see some sort of bounce on it. On NTRP, I'm not sure if it has news. My thing wouldn't load, but hey, if you like these cheap ones, this one could see over $1 with the right volume. SCON, bunch of scanner hits. Hey, looks like we finally have a stock up 50%. SCON here, 3 million afloat. I don't really like these 9 a.m. news plays. But let's see what's going on here. SCON. See what's going on here. Yahoo has the float around 5 million. Charity is around 3.8. Let's see statistics. Institutional 15%, short float 5. Very small market cap. Statistics aren't that great. Let's see if it's gone on any former runs before. Open 180, hit high 258. Want to see if it's like any big time runs. 950 to 1288. All right, so it's gone on a few runs, nothing crazy. It's gone on a few reps before. We'll keep it on the back burner. On SCON is a top gainer in the market right now. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Stockbuck. I was thinking that same thing. I was thinking that a lot of times you see these 9 a.m. new plays, they always die off quickly. I was thinking that same thought. I haven't tested it. But yeah, the volume on it right now is not good. So I mean, we'll see. Not gonna be touching it right now with this volume. Yeah, Casper, we'll see. It has great statistics, high short float, good institutional ownership, good news, good company. So we'll see. With the right volume, it could definitely see 10 plus. It's definitely possible. But I agree in this market condition right now, it's going to be a little tougher. We'll see if things change. All right, so we got about 2 minutes. I'm gonna throw up the scanners. Load from cloud. throw up another level 2. Alright, let's hopefully we get some good action today. ASUR will be my top watch out of the gates. SCon, and then Workhorse will be on the side. If anything else pops up, we'll give it a look. Big spread there, like 10-cent spread on SCon. So be very careful on this SCon one. You guys are saying it's trash. For some reason, this thing won't move. It's bothering me. We're gonna have to deal with it. Or I could just slide these over a little bit. Alright, perfect. Alright, market's about to open. SCS. This one still holding on up there. SCS. Let's see. Alright. About to open on up. SCon followed an S1 on 10.3. Thank you for that. Thanks for the heads up. So be very cautious with that one. Didn't have great statistics either, and it didn't really go on any former runners. I'm seeing a lot of you guys say it's some shady stuff in the filings too. So be very cautious on that one. Definitely see it, fade on off. Yeah, weak open on it too. On SCon. Definitely see this one gap and crap. ASUR, you want to see this hold the $8 line. Want to see this hold the $8 line on this play. Just like to see it bounce, soak, higher lows. Market's open, so I switched to gappers off because we're all ready and throwing up the other scanners. And remember, guys, it's the $8 stock, so we don't need to do the same amount of volume as we would on a $1 to $2 stock for a squeeze. So let's see if we get this pullback and start the base. Overall markets are dropping. You guys are saying that. See? So right now, I'm just watching, looking around. Only 1 minute, 2 minutes into the market. So I don't like trading right out of the gates. I like to see if some more chart develop. Study the tape, study the volume. I know I repeat a lot of these things, but I like this just to drill this into you guys. My process. Let's see, Workhorse, a little bit of a weak open on Workhorse. To see if it can start the base around this 350 mark. It is tough. ASUR, I like the statistics a lot on this one. Maybe in a harder market, I'd be looking for a dip buy right here, like 820s, but, it's hard. In this market right now, it should normally be, look at that S-Con. Big dump. Said that, watch the gap and crap open on this one. Look how weak the volume was on the open. We did pretty much no volume out of the gates on that one on S-Con, so nice one. If anyone caught that in the gap and crap, I was thinking about it, but it was just so light on volume. A little bit tricky, when it's that light in the volume to take a short. So let's see, ASUR kind of got to bounce off that 820 line. Let's see. Kind of this VWAP test right here. Thing is doing good volume for a an $8 stock. Let's see, 840 starting the base a little bit here. Volume slowly pushing on in on ASUR. Coming up right to the open. This is doing exactly what we said this morning. We said the weak open. Watch this thing to curl, put in some higher lows. But again, in this market, it just makes everything a little bit tricky, a little bit more nerve-wracking. It's hard to trust, some certain setups. Like I said, normally I would probably look for a dip buy there at 820, if this market was a little bit hotter. Risking off that $8 line. So let's see if this starts to hold any pullbacks. See if this starts to hold on these pullbacks here. Let's see, watch this 839. 839 looks like it did soak a good amount there. No, not in anything yet. Obviously, I'll let you guys know if I do pull the trigger on anything. But this is setting up how we like it to, and how we talked about in pre-market. So I want to see how this dip. I want to see if we see buying volume on this dip here. I want to see if this thing's going to get soaked again here. And it looks like it did hold again there in that dip. So I did pick up some small there. ASUR. M in on the play. Liked how Had this weak open, put in a higher low. I like how we soaked again the 830s. So I want to see this push over this 850 mark on some good volume and get this break on out on ASUR. And I'm in small. I know the market conditions. We're in right now. So I'm in small at the moment. So I want to see these 830s hold. I want to see the 830s hold. And once again, 830s not pulling. If we crack 820, and my stop will be hit. So my stop is right below 820. I didn't like how we didn't hold 830s right there. We held twice. And looks like we're about to hit my stop. And then this fucking market right now, guys. This fucking market. And I'm stopped out right there. Good setup. Formed exactly how we wanted to. Did exactly what we wanted to. The stats were there. The news was there. And once again, market just ate us up right there, guys. Once again. And, I talked about it pre-market. And I said, right now, it's the market conditions right now. We're in a thunderstorm. Why go out in the thunderstorm? And see what happened to me, guys? I went out in the thunderstorm, and I got smoked. I got shot on lightning. How is that a bad setup, man? You don't tell me how it's a bad setup because, I've been trading for 3 years. I've tracked these setups before. I backtested my shit, man. So don't tell me it's a bad setup. I'll pull up right now my statistics and I'll show you. Guys, the statistics are here. Look at the stats on this play. Good setup, weak open. Put in higher low, soaked 830s. Going for the red to green move. Alright, that makes sense, I hear you, man. The market is crap. And I totally agree with that. And I bet you, and every trader right now in the market will agree with you. That's a fact. The market is bad right now in small caps. I did go out and I tried to attack on a good setup. And it just didn't work out. Just didn't work out in my favor. And I'm just going to move on. I took a small loss on. I lost $500. I was in small, 2,000 shares. I wasn't in deep. I wasn't in big on the trade. Exactly, guys. On to the next trade, guys. It is what it is. Great trade, Salty. Yep, Ricky, look for shorts, adjust the market conditions. 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, guys, it's just I did get a little heated there for a second because some people, some nasty comments, got me a little ticked off there. But I'm not mad if the trade didn't work out in my favor. It's just the market condition makes it, a little bit tricky. When you take a good setup, everything lines on up. And then it's just the market. It just didn't work out. I'm gonna move on, and that's it. Look for the next one, and I'm gonna take away from this trade that I'm probably not, guys. I'm probably not gonna be taking any more longs in this market. Not gonna be taking any more long setups. From here on out, short setups and trading less. So from here on out, I'm not gonna be looking for any more longs in this conditions until we start seeing a supernova. So we see a supernova stock, run a few 100%, and then I'll be looking for some longs. So I'm gonna write that in my journal every day. I journal my trades, go over what I did right, what I did wrong. I'm already thinking for this trade. What I did, what I did right. I took a good setup. Went accordingly to my plan, but just the market conditions just made it tricky. It just didn't get that volume push on the breakout. So that's what I'm gonna take away from this trade this morning today, and going forward, I'm gonna be only taking shorts until this market heats on up. Exactly, guys. Know your statistics. Trade with an edge. I have a 70% accuracy. I'll pull it up if you guys want to see. And I'm just gonna trade the odds. That's what it is. Just trade the odds. I know 7 out of 10 times it's gonna work out. Maybe in this market condition right now, maybe that number comes down maybe 10, 15% in this market. All right, so it's 9:45 right now. Steven, I'm out of New York. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate that. I know you've been around with us for a year now. You've been watching our live streams for over a year now. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that too, Stockblock. Thank you for the support. Hey guys, I try to be more as transparent as possible. I take pride in that. Being transparent. I know a lot of fake traders out there only show their wins. But I show my wins and my losses. I don't win 100% of the time. No one does, and it's just part of the game. Exactly, guys. Plan is a plan. It's trade the plan. That's exactly what I did. I trade the plan, and it just didn't work out in my favor. I'm sure in a hotter market, this play most likely would have been a winner on my end. Yep, Casper, that could have been an option too. Take the 820 bounce, sell into the pop. But I was waiting for more confirmation. I was waiting for that higher low, and I saw 830 soak twice. Once I saw 830 soak twice, put in that that higher low. I was looking for this red to green, this breakout, and just didn't work out. 820 bounce definitely could have been an option, risking 8, but instead I got in 844. Risking 820. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm the Nightbot's. He deletes a lot of stuff, and there goes ASUR doing what it should have done before. Nice little breakout right there on ASUR. Huge volume bar right there, massive volume bar right there. on ASUR. See, it held that $8 bottom. Never cracked that $8 line on ASUR. And this is why we didn't want to get involved in the short side on it on ASUR. You know, high institutional ownership, high short float, lower in the float. Good news. That's why we didn't want to get involved on the short side on it on ASUR. There's SCON 2 hitting a new high right there. You know, I look for a position right now on ASUR. Again, this goes back to my other point. You know, look at the market we're in right now. It's tough, makes it tricky to get involved with anything on the long side. Even though statistics are here, the volume's clearly here, a huge 300K bar. It just makes it tough. It makes it tough to get involved on the long side. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just dumps here, even though it's doing great volume. Price action, looks pretty good on it too right here. You know, it's holding nicely. It kind of did what it did before, and it just gave back its gains right there. And look at it right here. You know, it just makes it so tricky, this market. You know. And remember, yeah, good point there, Ricky. You know, the $8 line was the line you want to be, playing off of. I did play off that 820 line here. Got in 840. Was thinking 820s were gonna hold. Hindsight's 2020, but you know, looking back, $8 was that line that we wanted to play off of, and I did play off that 820 line. Maybe that was a little bit of a mistake on my end, but it would have been a large risk. Getting in there 840s, risking 8. I have to be looking for above 9 for an exit. Why did I base off the $8 line? It's $8 is a natural support. It's a mental support line, and we bounced twice here off $8, so I just drew the $8 line in here. And that's the line you want to be playing off of, and that's the line, that's the front side of the move in my opinion. Anything above this is front side, below the $8 line is back side. Overall, the volume's great on it, on ASUR. We're kind of seeing, soaking both ways now. We're seeing it on the dips, on the spikes. You see the spike on up, met with heavy selling. Big rejection there. Held back up, held here the 830s, now pushing up again. So we'll see what we do again. So far each pop met with some selling. So we had this one initial pop, met with a little selling. Then we had this pop here, rejection. Pop here, rejection. So we'll see what happens on this this next upcoming pop. This one could be like the kill pop here. If we pop here, we could have a bigger rejection here because of how many times we rejected so far on ASUR. And there, let's see, kind of looked like that was kind of that kill handle that I was talking about. Remember the market we're in, guys. Remember the market we're in. Let's see if if the 830s pull here, we can definitely see possibly a new low on ASUR. But this is this is still not a setup I would short either. And the statistics are just too good for me, and the volume is there too. So this is not something that I would even short. That's just me. I know some you guys may have your own opinions on it, your own theses on it, but this is something that I would never look to short. I've gotten smoked, killed in the past, shorting something with the statistics that this thing has on ASUR, but just the market kind of trumps everything. So we'll see. Look at the tape right now. Tape's kind of stalling at the moment. Price action, It might have been my level 2 froze there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my level 2 froze there, or we had a really long pause of no action right there. Either way, definitely looks like the tape's kind of slowing down right here. Price action looks a little bit weaker. Yeah, you guys can see the difference in the price action now, looking really weak. Ever since we had this pop over 850 and rejection, total change in the price action now. You see the tape's very slow now; it's kind of stagnant. This is most likely going to continue to fade on down on ASUR. And that's coming off a really high volume candle right there of a 300k bar, too, on ASUR. We just don't have a lot of traders right now in the small cap market looking for trades. A lot of the money is elsewhere. Trading inverse ETFs, trading the big caps. The money's elsewhere right now. We're just not having any traders right now. Trading in the small cap market right now. What's your thoughts on 8 holding? I'd probably say it's not even going to hold. If I had to take a guess, obviously, no one knows if it's going to hold or not. But, I would probably say that, it's going to crack. Judging by the price action volume right now on ASUR. And after this rejection here, this 850 line, it's probably going to crack, in my opinion. And just look at the scanners, too. We're not really seeing any scanner hits. We didn't have a hit in 7 minutes. It's just not a good time to be trading. It's probably gonna be one of those slow fades, salty. Probably be one of those slow fades. But it could definitely see a little bit of a pop. Maybe it's like 840, then reject, and then enter into the slow fade. Probably all the shorts hammered in already, and now it's just waiting on the longs to selling out. You may see some more, aggressive selling below 8 or below the lows. So let's see a 20 test right now. The death candle's lurking around. I think this was kind of the death candle. It wasn't as big as I thought, but usually the death candle is usually on like a retest, and it's just a huge rejection. But this is kind of forming like a mini head and shoulders pattern here. We could see a nasty candle below the lows or below $8 on ASUR. Probably just some shorts covering. Look at that, 10 minutes and no scanner hit. It's 10:06. It's last scanner hit. It's been 9:56. Hey, House of Stocks, wouldn't surprise me, if it kind of consolidated all day and maybe late day made a move like PFNX, due to the statistics, high institutional, big short float, uh, good news, good company. So, it wouldn't surprise me either. But, it's just this market condition makes it, hard to, really go out and attack. And speaking on that same topic, the market makes it tough to really get enough volume to make that nice squeeze that we all want to see on ASUR. Let's see if we see selling into this this bid side here. Getting smoked, yep. So you got smoked right there at 25K, better. Richard, yeah, I could do that real quick. Just give me 1 second first, though. Yep. So Richard, so this is the penny stock top gainers and losers. So it's gonna show you all the top gainers in the stock market for penny stocks and the top losers for penny stocks. This is just a statistics program here. It's gonna show you the float and all the good statistics you need. Market cap, institutional, cash to debt ratio, insider, short float, the current volume, the relative volume, how much is up or down, and then the profile, what the company does. These are just basic charts, 1 minute chart, a daily chart. This is the blast off momentum scanner. So this will show you all the stocks in the penny stock market, moving up on strong relative volume, and I'll have the float here. I'll have the total volume, the percentage change, and the price and the symbol. These are level twos. I'm sure you know what that is. High day momentum scanner. It's going to show each stock in the market hitting a high a day. This is a float rotation scanner. It will show you all the small caps in float rotation right now. These are the plays you want to be trading. You can see obviously today we don't have any stocks in float rotation at the moment. And this is the low float scanner. It'll show you all hot penny stocks hitting higher days on strong momentum. All right. Hope that helps. Swazin, take care, man. Thank you. Yeah, you don't want to trade out of boredom. You don't want to trade out of boredom. Never a good thing to do. You got it, man. Just gonna check out the Discord chat real quick, see what everyone's doing, see what everyone's saying. ASUR here, starting to push a bit. Is anyone still holding? If anyone played the $8 line, I mean, there was no reason to sell. If you're playing the $8 line, no reason to sell. Never crack that line of $8. Yeah, it's the thing. Sometimes it could look weak. Sometimes that's how the big hands want to make you think it looks weak, and then they spike it on you. And that goes back to this fundamental trading and just playing off your lines. As long as you play off your lines, no reason to get fooled out or tricked out. Wow, Leroy got in at 8:18. Nice, almost bottom ticked the play. Nice. So yeah, you're looking good, man. Playing off the $8 line. Yeah, Salty. I definitely agree. Price action definitely looks a little weak, but we're still holding on up. You've yet to crack yet. We're still holding on up. You kind of think it should have cracked right now. It should have cracked here. It looked like it was about to die, but it still held on up. So we'll see what happens. And we are, yeah, good point, Adrian. We're seeing upper wicks and we're seeing lower wicks. We're seeing selling into these pops and we're seeing buying on the dips. So we'll really see right now. It's kind of some indecision both ways. So we'll see what happens here on ASUR. Here we go, guys. Big push here. Let's see if we're gonna crack. Excuse me. We're gonna break the high day here at 870. See, this plays a fighter. Yet the crack $8. It's still holding on up. Volume's coming in now, and the statistics are here. So it could be a case made for both ways. But the statistics are definitely here, and that's why I wouldn't be getting involved on the short side. And I told you guys that from this morning that this is a play that I would not step in front on the short side. Due to the great statistics it has. And I hope this thing runs big. Really got to change these market conditions for us. That's what we need. We need a play to really take on off to get these market conditions better. Bring traders back to the small cap market, and we'll see more breakouts and more rips and runs. Nice, Casper. Quick scalp on your end. Nice. So right now, we'll see if it can consolidate above 850. Again, make shorts very nervous. Start basing above 850. Alright, I'm back, guys. I thought I had the mic muted before. I guess I didn't. Sorry about that. But I'm back. Let's see, ASUR still holding above this 850 line. See if that can continue to hold and possibly get this push over the highs. Let's see what else we got going on. OXBR here. Let's see, light volume, nothing going on right there. SCON's slowly curling. Big bidder there at 60 cents, 100k bidder. ASUR back at 830. This one's just very choppy, very tricky. You know, one way you think it's gonna go up, one way down. Just very, very tricky overall price action on ASUR. And this is kind of this death candle that we were talking about. And this thing's tricky too because it's doing good volume. It's not doing fader volume. If it was doing fader volume, I wouldn't be, too interested in it. But it's doing great volume for an $8 stock. This is great volume it's doing, and it's still having this choppiness, still having this bad overall price action. Is this thing halted on the downside? It looked like it was halted there for a second on the downside. But that's what I was talking about. That's that death candle. And just super choppy market. I don't know what else I could say, guys. Pretty much that's really all I could say right now. Choppy market we're in right now. Tough conditions. Going forward, what my best advice to give you guys would be: look for quick scalps, buying at support, selling into pops, quick, tight risk, small reward plays. Risk 5-10 cents, look to make 10-20 cents. Boom, that's it. Or don't even long, just look to go short. Look for some short setups. Focus on those. Or just sit out, wait for a hotter time. That's my advice I could give you guys. In this market, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna have slow times. I guess this time just happened to be, a prolonged, slow period. It's been over a month and a half now of slowness, and you gotta wait till the market heats on up before we could attack, before we could go big. You don't trade stuff like that. Look at this chart, just up and down, up and down. I'm not holding support. Just choppiness. Yeah, I would say, sit out, just wait for hotter times, or just look for quick scalps if you guys are longing, or look to go short if you guys have, a broker that allows you to short. Look for some short setups. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be looking, for short setups for here on out until this market heats up, until we get a big runner. We're looking for short setups. So that's my game plan going forward. If you don't adapt, if you don't change, you guys will get eaten up. Like me today. That's what's going to happen. You guys are going to go out in the thunderstorm, and you get soaked. So, adapt to the conditions, or you guys, won't survive. But what I'm most happy about is that I only had a $500 loss today, and that's not bad at all for me. Not bad at all for me. Took a small loss. I was happy it went small size on it, because I knew the conditions on it. And I did get a little frustrated, and sorry about that. You don't want to get your emotions. Don't let your emotions get to you guys in trading. You have to be cool, calm, and collective. Just a few nasty comments got me a little ticked off, but it is what it is. And sometimes your good setups aren't going to work in your favor, and you got to be okay with that and move on. I take pride in my trading. Trading is not easy, guys. It's not easy. It's very hard. And I put a lot of effort, a lot of freaking screen time, a lot of studying into this. And, it paid off for me. And, I take pride in that. This is what I do. Well, with that being said, it's 10:30 right now. ASUR, I don't think it can recover from that. We'll see. But probably give the stream another like 15 more minutes, and we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, if you guys want to support, support the channel, you guys could do drop a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this channel if you guys want to help support. All right, so yeah, I got into my feelings right there. A lot of guys liking that speech. But it's the truth, guys. It really is. It's the truth. It just pisses me off when I see people promote their stuff and make it look so easy, and that gets me really ticked off. You know, they make it look like it's a rich quick scheme. It just bothers me. They don't teach you any of this stuff. I don't even want to get into that stuff. I don't even want to get into that topic right now. So let's see what else we got going on. Let's see, SCon here. Nothing going on there. ASUR, still go above $8, still front side. Can still make a miraculous move above $8, but this price action, I'm not getting involved with it. And if you are getting involved with it, be careful. This is not friendly price action this morning on this play on ASUR. Very tricky, very choppy. PZG light volume, Berg light volume, AKTX light volume. Overstock nice looking intraday chart here on Overstock. Nice uptrend holding VWAP. Nice play there. Getting a bounce. I think got beat up pretty good. Getting a little bounce right now. Let's see, Euros grinder here. Kind of the same chart. Getting a little bit of bounce here. And that's it. Looking through these top gainers, top gappers. Not too much, just ASUR, and I'd probably say Overstock. Probably your best bets right now if you guys are, watching anything, looking at anything. Oh yeah, NAT. Yeah, how's NAT doing today? I remember you had a nice call. Was that you, Bike? I remember you had a nice call out on that. Yep, salty people. I totally agree with you. A lot of people, overcomplicate trading. They try to use all these fancy indicators. all these, there's so many studies that are out there. People usually like crazy studies. The Kelter channels, the freaking Bollinger Bands. They use all these crazy indicators, but I like to keep my training simple. I have a playbook. I have 7 or 8 setups I look for each and every single day. I have a watch list. If anything in that watch list meets one of my setups, I go look for my trade, and I just play the odds in my setups. All of them have high winning percentages. That's how I trade. I like to keep it simple, just like that. If you guys want to learn more about my process, I have a video called the Day Trading Process. Definitely recommend, if you guys have some time, go check out that video. Great video. It goes over my process, and it goes over process a newbie should have to get to the advanced traders process. Ichimoku cloud, yeah. That's good, yeah. So many crazy indicators out there. It's crazy. I say it every day, guys. Support and resistance are the best indicators. I'm telling you. There's no better indicator than support and resistance. I don't even need to use them, but I just use them anyway. I use VWAP and the 7289 EMA. I don't need to use these. I could still trade and make money without them, but they help me a little bit. They help me. I use them as a guide. I don't trade off them. I don't say, oh, it's just hitting the 7289. It's breaking above. It's an automatic entry long. No, it's you shouldn't be trading that way. Just because it crossed the 20-day moving average doesn't mean it's a long or a short. You know. Yeah, mastering emotions definitely is a big factor to becoming a successful trader. You know, overcoming the P&L situation. I don't even look at P&Ls. Like, to be honest, when I took the loss today, I didn't even know how much I lost. Until I looked at it after. P&Ls on everything. You shouldn't just trade off your P&L just because you're up $1,000 does not mean you should exit the trade. If you're up $5,000 doesn't mean you should exit. If you're up $100 doesn't mean you should exit. If you met your profit target, that's when you should exit. Don't go off your P&L. I'm telling you guys, that will kill you. And that killed me in the beginning too. When I had my $4,000 account, remember I was up 5,000, dropped under 5,000. I'm like, oh, I can't go under 4,000 now. I have to stay above 4,000. I have to. No, except that you may lose your whole investment. You got to be okay with losing your initial investment. You got to be 100% fine with that. You guys are not fine with that, then you guys may have a problem. You may have a problem. You got to be willing to lose your account. If you think that way, that you're too scared to lose your account, emotions will factor in. You'll start to trade differently. You'll be down a lot of money on a trade, even though it didn't even hit your stop loss, and you'll exit anyway. Or if you're up a few bucks, you'll exit anyway. You gotta overcome that hump of the P&L. The P&L is deadly, guys. It's deadly. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's great. Great advice that person gave you. You want to trade robotic, trade systematic. That's a great way to trade. It's a great way to trade. Yeah, I trade like a robot. But alright, guys, I've been doing enough talking this morning. I may get going in a few minutes here. Hope you all enjoyed the stream today. Appreciate the support through the tough times. Means a lot. It's only a matter of time before things, turn around. I've been doing this for 3 years. I definitely remember, it may not sound a lot to you guys, but, being here for 3 years, every single day of the year, is a lot. So I mean, I've seen every single market condition possible. So I know this is definitely a little bit longer than the usual slowness. Usually the slowness is like maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, but now we're kind of in a month and a half, and I have seen it where it's been 2 months of slowness. But I'm definitely thinking things are gonna turn around very shortly. We're overdue for a big runner, a big mover, something to spark up the small cap market. So just be patient, and times will change in the near future. I start the stream at 8:45, around there, like 8:40, 8:45 ish, and then I go live at 9:10. Thank you, Dreambox. I appreciate that. Thank you. Eli, that's a great question, because I was actually thinking about that a few days ago. I'm like, man, this is so slow. Like, what was the longest time? And I think I remember it was when the SPY. I say this. Market conditions. What's going on in the big cap market really doesn't affect small caps. But if the market's like absolutely tanking, it may come into effect, 'cause you'll have people worried about their investments and then their portfolio and stuff like that. So I believe it was the beginning of 2018. Yeah, it was. It was the beginning of 2018. This drop on the SPY here. When this happened, small caps were dead. Like it was now. It was dead. It was February and March, and I think it picked back. Back in April. So it was like February, March, April. So yeah, it was like it was like 2.5 months of dead slowness. Once the market finally like picked back up, it got hotter. But I remember it was dead slow at the beginning of 2018. Let's see, how much your scanners? I pay about. I think I'll pay like 220 a month for these, or 200 a month, something like that. Thank you for the support, Richard. You too. I'm hoping to we get some more better momentum in the near future. All right, to another minute or two, and I'm gonna wrap it up. So, any last questions, comments? Like, what is institutional ownership? Have to do with shorting a stock. I think I answered this earlier, but I'll repeat it. High institutional ownerships, have a lot of big hands playing. Have a lot of people with big money, big hitters, involved in the play, and they'll, tend to, most of the time they'll tend to, try to squeeze on up the stock, manipulate it to try to, move it on up, and it'll create, it'll create a lot of traps for shorts, so it's a little tricky on the short side. These ones tend to trap and squeeze, more often than, ones without, high institutional ownerships like a 3% or 10%. So when you see a high number like that, it jumps out. To me, it's a bullish. It's a bullish sign for the play. Obviously, not all the time. More than more than not, these ones tend to squeeze than ones without high institutional ownerships, and then you'll have some that you know that will run without it. It's good to look at the past history. Like I think what is it like GLBS? I know. Yeah, see GLBS. 17% held by insiders, not much, but GLBS is a beast. This thing has run wild in the past. Look at it. Ran from $3 to $8. Ran from 4 to almost $12. So you'll have ones that that will still run great without high institutional ownership. So it's good to look at the past history. If it's a former runner, it's a big time former runner. To me, that's better than high institutional ownership. Let me look. I think maybe KBSF. No, KBSF has high insiders, but there's some tickers that have low institutional or low insiders, but they're still big time former runners. So always look at the history of the play. Has it gone on former rips or not, and what have they done in those days? That's why every day you'll see me. I'll look at I'll hover over it and I'll be like, all right, what did it do on this day? How much did it run? Did it close below open? Does this have a higher chance of fading? So look what it did on those previous days. It was very important. Do I sell my scanners? Double B. If you're in Discord, just DM me. We'll chat. I can help you get. I'll help you hook you up if you need scanners. So just DM me. Nick Trades 20 in Discord chat. But that's it, guys. It's 10:50, almost 11. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. Thank you all again. For the support. Really appreciate it, especially during these slow and tougher times for us. And hopefully things will change in the near future, and we'll all be banking and having a great time in here. But once again, thank you all. I'll be over in Discord if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. Feel free to DM me in there, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we'll see what's in store for tomorrow. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you all, and peace.